Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing something that I haven't done in a while, and I figure I would do it now because we're about to hit a 10-year anniversary for One Direction, and I know it's like a chapter of my life that's been closed, but I've grown up a lot and I've changed, my taste in music has changed. But I figured I would answer a few questions that I actually got in the past from you guys, and I never actually answered. I'm not sure why, but I never had the time to answer them. So let's get started with the question. So I went back on Twitter today and I got the main questions that you guys asked me. Okay, so first question is, how many concerts have you been to? Well, I've been to 4 concerts of them. Just editing this video and I realized that I've actually been to 5 concerts. The one that I forgot is in Turin, Italy. For some reason I blacked out and I could not remember that one. One was in Dublin, one was in Verona, one was in Milan, and the other one was in Vienna. What has been your favorite concert and why? This is a hard one because there's so many different reasons why I liked one more than another, but I feel like if I have to choose one, I would probably go with the San Siro one, so the one in Milan. I finally managed to be in the first row and I just got the best experience out of it. I remember being as well in Italy, which was my country, and being with people that actually spoke my language. It was a magical moment. I still remember as well the the flash mob that we did for them. So I remember me holding up, I think it was the Irish flag. It's also probably my favorite one because it was a stadium, and I have never been to a stadium before, and I also had never been to a concert that was in a stadium. And San Siro is one of the biggest stadiums actually. I also don't remember much about my first concert, so the one that I went to. I remember my first concert, I went to Dublin to see them because I thought they would never come to Italy. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna wait, I'm not sure if they're ever gonna come. At that time, I didn't know. I bought tickets with 2 of my friends and we flew to Dublin to see them, but unfortunately I can't really remember much of that concert, probably because it was the first one. The first ever concert that I had been to, and also it was like a lot of emotions going on and my brain was fried. I seriously do not remember that concert. So I think if I had to answer that question, yes, it would be the San Siro one in Milan. What's your favorite album? I think because of the time when it was published, when it was released, and the time where I was and how I was feeling, I think the Take Me Home album is my favorite one. I also found out about them when they had just released, or I think they were about to release the Take Me Home album, so I think most of my experience is connected to that album more than the other ones. What's your favorite memory that you have? I think this is an easy one because I was gonna do a video about this a few years back when I was really into One Direction, when this channel was another channel. I was gonna make a whole video about this experience, but then I don't know why I didn't. So I'm just gonna tell you a bit about my favorite memory that I have actually. In 2013, as I said, I went to my first ever concert, and it happened to be the One Direction one. So I flew all the way to Dublin because I had been in Dublin before and I knew a little bit, I knew the city, and I was like, if they're not coming to Italy, I feel like I have to go to them. So my 2 friends and I flew to Dublin and went to see them. At that time, now keep in mind, 2013, I was 15, I think. I was 15, so I was very young. And I was obsessed with them. And I remember me and my friends stood outside the hotel where they were staying in. It's so wrong, you should not do that to anybody. It's violating the privacy and it's so wrong, you shouldn't do that. But at that time things were different and I was very young. So me and my friends stood outside the hotel which they guys were staying in. From 8 in the morning until 3, 4 in the afternoon. And on the same day we had the concert, so they were supposed to go to the arena around in the evening to have the concert, so we would go to the concert as well. But we decided to just stay there and hopefully meet them outside the hotel. Also because back in 2013 it was like a little bit easier to meet them than now. So my friends and I stood outside the hotel and we waited for hours and hours. In case you don't know, one of the coldest months in Ireland are February and March. And we went there it was the 5th of March and it was freezing. It was absolutely freezing. I could not feel my hands. I was wearing clothes that I would normally wear in Italy, but I wasn't prepared for the cold in Ireland. So I was freezing. I remember me and my friends standing outside from 8 in the morning to the afternoon. Getting there, no one was really there, and then a few people started to show up and a few girls started to show up, and that's the moment when we all realized, okay, they're really here and they're about to come out. A bodyguard starts showing up. And this bodyguard was really funny because he kept saying, you should not stay here, it's public space, you should not stay here, it's public space. At a certain point during the day, I think it was around lunchtime, I can't remember the names, but the drummer, sorry, my camera died. So during the lunchtime, we managed to see Josh and then Lou Teasdale, Lou with Lux. So the hairdresser, if you're a fan you will know who she is. We met her, we took a few pictures with them, and then at a certain point we managed to see Louis' mom as well. She was so kind, she was really nice, she was being really patient as well because we were really young and annoying probably. So we managed to say hi and she was really sweet, and then she went back inside. So by the time it was 2 p.m, I started thinking, okay, they're not coming out and it's been a lot of hours and they surely have to go to the arena soon because the concert is gonna be tonight and they will have to do the sound check as well. So I knew that they would not come out from the main entrance, and I started thinking, okay, where would they actually, exit the building from? And I told my friends that we should go around and check the back entrance and check the back of the hotel. So we kindly left the queue, which was so heartbreaking because we stood there and we were in front of the queue. We left the queue and we decided to go up to the back because I was pretty sure they would never come out from the main entrance because there were so many people. We went to the back of the hotel, and by the time we got there were, I think, 3 girls sitting on the ground, and they were talking to 3 bodyguards. So keep in mind that in the main entrance there was only 1, and in the back entrance, like the back of the building, there was 3 of them. So it meant that the boys would come out from that side for sure. So the 3 girls, I knew they were clever enough because they sat there, I think probably all morning. They knew probably the hotel, they already knew how everything worked. So when we got there, we sat down with the girls and we started talking to the bodyguards. At a certain point, I think it was like after 2 hours and a half, we can hear cars, engines starting to run, coming from the parking lot. We all looked at each other. There was probably 10 of us, so it wasn't a lot of girls. But it was 10 of us, and we all looked at each other and was like, okay, this is the moment, they're coming out. We stood up. The bodyguards started to move actually in their position so that they would stop us from getting on the road and being run over. One of my friends came with me and we went to the other side of the road, so we had a better vision over the cars in that sense. And the other friend stayed on that side where the girls were. At that time, obviously, my friends and I had our preferences. I was really obsessed with Harry, and my friend who stayed with me was obsessed with Niall, and the other one who stayed on their own on the other side of the road, she was obsessed with Zayn. Now, really obsessed with Zayn. Once we stood up and got on each side of the road, we finally got to see the cars, and there was, I think, 2 or 3 vans. They were black. The windows were kind of dark, but still, if you were close enough, you'd see inside. The first van passes, and I see in that moment when it passes by, I see that it was Harry inside. It was Harry and someone else, and it wasn't the other guys, but it was probably someone else from the crew. And then the second van comes, and I can clearly see from my side that there was Louis sitting in the front and then Zayn behind Louis. So I imagined and I knew that on the other side there was Liam and Niall. My favorite memory is this one. My friend, I seriously, once I saw them, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna chase the van because first of all, I'm cold, I'm freezing. I'm not gonna chase a van, it's very dangerous and I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know Dublin that well. So I'm gonna stay here. I managed to see them, I'm happy. I took a few pictures. I'll stay here with my friend. Me and my friend started watching the van just started running like across the street. And my other friend who was on the other side of the road, she started running, like for real. She started running and she managed to run faster than the bodyguard. I don't know how she did it, but probably the bodyguard was looking at someone else, so she managed to run. She got to the van and she started pushing her hand against the window. She started screaming Zayn's name. Zayn! With her hand smashed on the window. And the way she screamed and the way she started crying, it was so funny. But just watching your friend going absolutely crazy over someone who is not even there, like he was on the other side. She was screaming Zayn at Liam's face. She almost lost one of her shoes while she was running. There was a traffic stop at the end of the road, but the van did not stop because they knew if they stopped they would get all the girls would just like block the van. So they did not stop at the traffic light and they went straight with the red light. My friend started chasing the van, like for real. She started chasing the van. She almost lost her shoe. I think if you experience that moment, I feel like you would get what I mean, but that was the funniest thing. And we did not meet our friend again until it was like an hour later or something, because she got lost in Dublin. She didn't know where she was at the moment. She was so focused on chasing the van that she actually didn't notice where she went. And me and my friend went back to the entrance of a shopping center. We waited for her for like an hour. I think about the fun times that we had, not only the concerts but actually the experience of going there and enjoying the time and our time. But yeah, that was incredible. Actually, let me know if you've ever experienced anything that's like funny or crazy, because I know we all experienced something like this. You probably saw something funny, something happened to you. Let me know in the comments if you have any fun experience from the One Direction era. Next question is, when did you start FrozenMemories? I'm not gonna talk about everything specifically, but FrozenMemory was my old channel about One Direction. I started in November 2012, and I remember I made a video. It was in black and white, and it was all about just clips of the boys hugging their fans. It was very cheesy, you know, the same things that you see online. The audience that I wanted to target was just Italy, but then the video went viral. It started to spread around Italy, so everybody in Italy knew about that video. But then it slowly started spreading outside, so it started gathering like attention from other countries, the countries where you're from, America, and that's the moment when it all started. And it was like, you know what, people seem to like this kind of videos, I'm just gonna keep doing them. What's your favorite song? So I cannot choose one favorite song because I probably have a few ones, and also haven't listened to them in such a long time that if I listen to any of their songs, I get nostalgic because I haven't listened to them properly in a very long time. But I think if I have to choose one or three, okay, if I have to choose a few, I think Ready to Run is one of my favorites, and then Over Again. I really like Over Again, and then Strong. I can't choose one. Okay, so I feel like that was my hair. Okay, I think that was a little bit of everything. I just wanted to put in one video just a few things that, you know, just to remember those times, and also the 10-year anniversary is coming very, very soon. I can't believe it's been 10 years. And stay tuned because I'm gonna upload more videos very, very soon. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I use that a lot. I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye!